Today we talk about tax advantages of property investments in Germany. And what I wanted to show you are different forms of depreciation depending on how old the building is and what kind of energy standards the building has. And what depreciation is like write-off of the building, because the building usually has a lifespan of, for example, 50 years. And the question is like, how fast, from an accounting perspective, can you write off the building? The idea is, if you don't do anything to renovate the building and keep it in shape, then it's eventually going to lose its value because, like the roof, for example, deteriorates and so on. So the question is just, how fast do you write off the building? And there's some numbers we can play around with. First of all, we have, of course, the building value, but we leave that as is. And then there is the building year. So what we can see from here is we have an annual depreciation. Buildings that are built after 2023 can be depreciated with 3% per year over 33 years linearly. So like the value of the depreciation is always the same at 3% of the purchase price. Buildings before 2023, they were built or finished before 2023, they're depreciated a bit slower. For example, here 2%. And after 2023, you have the option to switch from linear to degressive alpha, usually, which is faster write-off initially, because you, like, same with cars, the depreciation initially is usually a bit more, and then it slows down a bit. So this is then 5% of the building value. And when I say building value, I mean the value of the building itself, not the property it's built upon, because that usually doesn't depreciate over time, but only the building deteriorates. Like land usually doesn't deteriorate, so like it doesn't necessarily, from an accounting point of view, loses its value. So 5%, and then it goes down because it's degressive. So 5% declining for 6 years, and then you usually switch to linear 3%, because it's more than the degressive alpha at that point. And this, for some buildings, you can combine with an additional depreciation, which is then even faster. And because you can sell your properties tax-free after 10 years, that can be a real kicker. That is only available for buildings with certain conditions, like energy efficiency standards and price per square meter. And as you can see from here, it's an additional 5%, and this one is not degressive. So for the first 4 years, this one really adds a lot of additional write-off. And how you can then deduct those from your taxes, I will show you next time. Thanks for watching.